Hey, KEMMO Cup Series fans, the Martinsville Spring Weekend's over, the STP 500, so here are my thoughts on the race weekend. So, short track demolition derby, Brad Keselowski made it through and got Penske to win in their 1,000th start in NASCAR, so congratulations to Team Penske and Brad Keselowski on his first win at Martinsville, so yeah, definitely congratulations to him for surviving all the madness. One thing I really took away, Jimmy Johnson, for the second week in a row to talk about how dominant he is, and he just fails to perform. I mean, the Jimmy Johnson we saw yesterday was not the Jimmy Johnson that we usually see at Martinsville, so I was shocked. Um, I think at one point he was a lap down, and yeah, 48 team really needs something big to happen to turn their season around, cause him and Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr. aren't performing basketball. Casey Kane and Chase Elliott are just going out there and really representing Hendrick. So yeah, big team struggle. Speaking of big teams, Kyle Busch gets wrestled out of stage two's victory by the lap car Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who couldn't have realized that the caution was about to come out and was going to make back his lap anyway, but it's a different story. So Kyle Busch, yeah, all they did was put four tires on at the end, and the car just drove like crap, as he says. So, yeah, the 18 team's gonna really need to step it up if they want to be considered as part of the playoffs. You guys are probably looking at the chase standings now and thinking, well, he's in the chase if it would end now, but not if he continues like this. He's gonna drop off the edge of the earth as more guys keep winning. So 18 team really needs to step it up. Now we're gonna rate the race out of 10 points. So Goodyear tires, I'm gonna give that a 0.5 out of 1. We saw a couple cut tires, a couple morons on their tires cough Jamie McMurray. Um, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. It's not necessarily Goodyear's fault. I really like that new right side tire that they had on the cars. So yeah, it's mainly the crew's fault for the tires. That there, Jamie McMurray, he had about 10 laps after that damage to come in, but he chose to stay out. So Chip Ganassi Racing was down to a one car team at the end of the race. Stage racing, 1 out of 1. I really like it at short tracks. It was fun. It was like a mid break in between the demolition derby. So yeah, really, really good stage racing. Obviously, we saw competitive battles for the stage win, especially between lap cars and Kyle Busch. So, yeah, a lot of aggressive driving, a lot of guys that got some minor damage, and a lot of guys that took some major damage near the end. So, really competitive racing, 1 out of 1 for sure. Cautions. Yeah. So, I gotta say, cautions, 0.5 out of 1. End of that race, madness just broke loose. The end of that race was just trouble, turn two, car into the wall. 40 lap run, trouble, turn four, car round. Surprisingly, though, Corey LaJoy did not crash. So hats off to him for bringing that 83 car home in one piece. Then we have pit stops. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 1. We didn't see a lot of speeding penalties like I expected pre-race. So yeah, 1 out of 1. The crews had really fast stops. So yeah, the whole day of pit stops was really impressive. So the Xfinity Series obviously didn't have an event, but the Camping World Truck Series did, and that was basically a demolition derby in trucks. I'm gonna give that a 1 out of 2. There were some cautions. Well, actually, there was like 10 cautions in the first 50 laps. So yeah. But I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 2 just because we did see a lot of competitive racing during the end. And I mean, these kids, they want to go out for the win, so they're gonna do whatever they can to move people out of the way. So we saw a lot of bumpers being put to other drivers. So yeah, great racing. Stands being full. I don't know about it this weekend. 0.5 out of 1. I mean, when it's race day and pre-race they're advertising tickets for Martinsville, that's that's not really a good sign. So I'm gonna give it a 0.5 out of 1. And announcer screw ups. Fun, fun, fun. Point 0.5 out of 1. If you guys watch the truck broadcast, almost every time the one announcer went to talk about him, he goes, "There's a 17 car." No, no, not really. A car is what, well, what you see performing on Sundays, and a truck is what you can put stuff in the back of. So it's just little stuff like that that kind of bugs me, but announcer screw-ups. I mean, there was a lot of good commentating in the Monster Energy Cup series. It's the truck series that really hurts that score. NASCAR officials dealing with situations. They had some situations on their hands, and I felt they dealt with them very well. So 1 out of 1 for NASCAR. So yeah, the officials have really stepped it up from last year. They're a little bit more lenient on penalties, which I really like. I mean, last year it was like, oh, your car touched that yellow line, penalty, black flag in the air. I mean, now it's like, oh, well, as long as you don't have 4 tires below the line. So, yeah, NASCAR officials, they're definitely getting better at the job they get paid to do. So, add that up. 7 out of 10. It could have been a better weekend, but it was still a great short track demolition derby weekend. I really, really enjoyed watching it. Next week, we're off to Texas, and then there's 2 more short track races to close out the month. So, I really like short track racing. It's very interesting. You get to see which drivers are good at using the bumpers and which drivers are going to fall victim to guys using the bumpers. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys disagree, please feel free to comment below. I love to hear what you guys have to say. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.